Hey.
What's going on?
Hey, Unsigned, how you doing?
Welcome to the studio.
You're late, but it's alright though.
Yeah,
It's only 4:29.
A traffic thing.
The man told me he's gonna get here for like 4 because he likes to get places early. Right, yeah, sorry. You comfortable?
Yeah. I'm good.
Before we interview him, we're going to just play a couple songs for you, and then we will start our interview. Hope you're enjoying the weather today. It's been nice today. It's August.
Hot, man,
this
it's
is my
baking.
birthday month. I'm a Leo. Big up all the Leos out there listening in today.
Big up all the Leos. Not
Yeah, we're
joking.
the best side. V secretly loves us. She won't admit it, but she secretly loves
Yeah,
us
I do.
Leos.
I roll.
Yeah.
Cancer, man, cancer.
They're tight, but they're loving though. They're loving, but they're a bit stingy. Do you know what I mean?
They don't
Virgos
forget,
now.
man.
Virgos are loving. We're good friends. We're good listeners. We're good with money.
That's it. Play the music.
Just drown me out.
What you know about? Rap the map. What you know about?
Right, so this is one of the Unsigned Artist tunes called Stressful Days. Listen up, people. Bad boy tune.
Unsigned and underrated. So many stressful days got me surfing at night. I wait late every day, still feeling high. In the bathroom, looking at the man in the mirror, thinking who's this guy. I can see my man every day in the same place at the same time. Starting to think that it's him on the end of the phone when I answer my line. Is it weed, is it pills, is it glasses of wine? Is it pen, is it 10, don't know till you try? Are your man them 30, don't know till you die? Will the man that you roll with ride? Will the plug let a few bags slide? About run, what back? I don't know about that. Gets peaked when I step outside. I can't sleep, so at night man's high. And I swear that the pressure makes the nighttime fly. When the daylight comes, don't want to open my eyes. And I put it on mum that I trust in my guys. Told the Knicks the bits 0.5. Boy, they want to stop me every time that I drive. Enough man couldn't live my life, but they still want to beat my wife. I rest zone 9 in the West Harrow Road, Maryland. Yeah, I said it with my chest. Look how many men didn't make it this far. We got mums putting sons to rest. I'm asking the man in the mirror what's next. He said get peas and sex. These times I'm trying to be serious, but my man's getting me vexed. You forgot I got kids and family, so I ain't got time for no skets. When you're sat back sipping on brandy, I'm out in the streets. So many stressful days, got me surfing at night. I wait late every day, still feeling high. In the bathroom, looking at the man in the mirror, thinking who's this guy? I keep seeing my man every day in the same place at the same time. Starting to think that it's
Hey
him on
world,
the end
this
of
is
the phone
Felicia
when I
Faye,
ask my
and you
line.
can follow Choice FM UK
Is it
London
weed, is
on
it pills, is
Twitch,
it glasses of wine?
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
Is
and
it pen, is
Twitter.
it 10, don't know till you try? Are your man them 30, don't know till you die? Stressful days got me surfing at night. Trapped underground trying to get to the light. Look, I know what's wrong, I'm trying to make it right. I put fam first, keep my circle tight. And the pain still hurts, though the facts ain't right. I've come a long way from the flats and fights. And you trying to draw me back to cats and pipes. When there ain't nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Where you can stay in that mirror, I'm done with that life. Done with the beef, done with the hype. You worry about yours, I'ma worry about mine. I'm okay with peace, so I worry about time. My youth's on my team, and that's my life. Music, my first love, that's my wife. Music, my first love, that's my wife. So many stressful days, got me surfing at night. I wait late every day, still feeling high. In the bathroom, looking at the man in the mirror, thinking who's this guy? I keep seeing my man every day in the same place at the same time. Starting to think that it's him on the end of the phone when I answer my line. Is it weed, is it pills, is it glasses of wine? Is it pen, is it 10, don't know till you try? Are your man them 30, don't know till you die? So many stressful days, got me surfing at night. I wait late every day, still feeling high. In the bathroom, looking at the man in the mirror, thinking who's this guy? I keep seeing my man every day in the same place at the same time. Starting to think that it's him on the end of the phone when I answer my line. Is it weed, is it pills, is it glasses of wine? Is it pen, is it 10, don't know till you try? Are your man them 30, don't know till you die?
Muscle music.
Unsigned. was like 14, 15, got these little white speckles on my tips like a dope fiend. Doc said it was a calcium deficiency. Told me more dairy is what my body needs. Years later, my hands white like snow. Guess the doctor was wrong, like where did my colour go? Time fluid spread from my hands to my arms, but I still took pics and looked fly in my gums. Thinking I could handle these jokes and all the cusses. Used to hide my hands in my pockets, riding on buses. And chicks, how you mean? Of course they were still on it. Had a bag of them lusting before I touched college. I grew, it grew, and so did my knowledge. Getting whiter by the year is such a mazzer if I'm honest. Remember when it touched my face, I didn't want to go out. Nostrils white, lips pink, now I'm so down. Mind not right, plus my blood pressure high. If I don't take my meds for a couple days, man will die. Vitiligo, hypertension, kidney disease. I contracted TB through home dialysis is peak. I'm alive, but I'm dying. I wanna smile, but I'm crying. Doc said, live your life unsigned, I'm trying. Unsigned, they can't sign him. They log off when I sign in. Really the most when I'm rhyming. Death is close, it's just timing. Feel the pain in my writing. I know it's near, so I'm hiding. Can't live in fear, so I'm sliding. Unsigned, they can't sign it. White feet, white patches on my thighs. My kids feel my pain, mum and sis hear my cries. I know my chick's scared, I can see it in her eyes. She cuddle me at night and tell me it's gonna be alright. If I'm alive in 10 years, it's possible I'll be alright. Plus I'm waiting for this transplant, I'm ready for the fight. To me, a new kidney means a second stab at life. My fans love all of me, the black and the white. All my kids mixed too. Guess I'm just special. Walked around the last 3 years like an empty vessel. Blood, sweat and tears. Pills, weed, alcohol, free beers. Sky is the limit. Every day I face fear. So it's praise to the creator every day that I'm here. This vitiligo beat CKD hands down, I don't care. I still don't pee much. Stay out the sun plus. I'm alive but I'm dying. I wanna smile but I'm crying. Doc said live your life unsigned, I'm trying. Unsigned, they can't sign him. They log off when I sign in. Really the most when I'm rhyming. Death is close, it's just timing. Feel the pain in my writing. I know it's near, so I'm hiding. Can't live in fear, so I'm sliding. Unsigned, they can't sign but I'm dying. I wanna smile, but I'm crying. Doc said, live your life unsigned, I'm trying. Unsigned, they can't sign him. They log off when I sign in. Really the most when I'm rhyming.
Yes, right, my people. We're ready now. So we're going to welcome again the Unsigned Artist, and thank you for coming down.
Big up.
Good to see you. Good to see you. So we're going to get into some questions now about your kidney failure. Hope we don't overwhelm you.
Nah, it's good. Go.
Okay. All right. So do you want to share with us and the listeners like what medical conditions that you have, and let's have a little discussion about it.
My first condition was vitiligo. Yes, obviously, I'm dark-skinned. The vitiligo is like dead pigment cells. Where the pigment cells are dead, it causes white patches, progressive. You get me? White skin. Do you know what I mean? So that I've had that from since I was like 15. That started.
Right.
Where did it start?
It started on my fingertips, you know. Okay. It started on my fingertips, and I remember when I first went to the doctors, the doctor said to me, "Oh, don't worry, you just got lack of calcium." Man said to me, "Yeah, you need to eat more milk and you need to drink more milk and eat more cheese and that." So I'm like, okay, so man's trying to batter them. You get me?
So you changed
it
your
wasn't
diet.
even that. It wasn't even that the whole time, because as I said in my tune, years later, my hands white. You know what I'm saying? And that took some time though. It did take some time. Do you know what I mean? Right. The vitiligo, from what I know, it's separate, because I believe that something happened to me when I was younger, and I think that triggered it. It started, you get me? It was definitely a trauma. It was a mad electric shock. Yeah, trauma to your body or to your skin. Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Definitely. All different types of things. You know what I mean? You could be ill with something else, and the vitiligo could start there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
So have you like been informed of what was the cause of your kidney failure? And
high
it
blood
first
pressure,
developed?
high blood pressure, hypertension.
Is that hereditary in the family, or did that like that?
I
just
believe
you?
so, because my mum and my dad are both suffering with it now.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But mine's is just through the roof. Yeah. Well, no, I think the hypertension is hereditary. Yeah, because like I said, both my mum and dad have got it. They're both on medication. But the medication I'm on Yeah, they can't even see that the amount. You get me? They're on like, say like my dad's on 5 milligram, mom's on 5 milligram.
Yeah.
Blood. When they started treating my hypertension, I was on over 600 milligram.
Oh my god.
You get me?
Pumped up.
Hypertension is a high blood pressure. They call it the silent killer. Yeah, because you don't really get no symptoms for long. You could live for like 20, 30 years like I did. Yeah, and you could not have no symptoms. You get me? Till you start get headaches and your eyes start going all, you get me? Your vision's not the same. Do you know what I'm saying? Things like that. But there's lots of, you know what I mean? And then from your high blood pressure runs high for a certain amount of time, that whole time it might pick an organ, a kidney, a liver or something, and damage that. Or you could go blind, or you could have a stroke or a heart attack. Do you know what I'm saying? So high blood pressure is really, it's something people need to really keep an eye on, be aware of. Do you know what? I don't do nothing to keep myself calm because my kids are just headache. You know what I'm saying? So nothing can keep me calm. You know them ones. Like, but I've got my medication. I take my medication. The medication keeps the blood pressure at bay. I take medication in the morning and medication at night before bed.
Right, okay.
You get me? So it covers me round the clock, you know? So, yeah, as long as you get your medication and, you know what I mean, stay true to your medication and that, you get me? It's if your blood pressure goes not dealt with, you get me? If you don't deal with it and it just goes unnoticed, or you know it's there and you think, yeah, I'm just going to leave it,
right.
Yeah, that's an issue. Do you know what I mean? So
how did you feel like when you were first diagnosed with your illness? So like, how did it affect you mentally?
all right, boom. The high blood pressure thing, I got told about that, but you know what it was? Yeah. I was kind of young in it, yeah. And when the doctor was telling me, he weren't serious, so I never took it serious. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm outside doing whatever. You get me? I'm good. I'm not ill. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not trying to hear that. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So man's just living whatever.
That's normal, like.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I think it was literally like when the doctor said to me one day, one of the doctors said to me, you've got protein or something in your urine that's not good, this, that, and the other. I'm thinking, they don't pick up these things before. And that's what started the ball rolling. You get me? Because from there, it was more tests. All right, cool, boom. You're definitely hypertensive, but you have hypertensive crisis because my blood pressure is all like 170, 180, bro.
It's very high, yeah.
You get me? Every minute, that's what my blood pressure is. So he's like, yeah, you've got hypertensive crisis. So boom, like these times now I've moved back to Swindon from London. You get me? And the hospital are dealing with me now. And they're like, raw, yeah, like we think you've got kidney problems, innit? Like, but we're not sure how bad. Boom. They've run tests, kidney function tests and all them things there. And they're like, yeah, like you've got kidney disease. So these times, man broke down because I'm like, raw, kidney disease. I'm thinking, I've heard of this, but I ain't heard of it. Like, you understand? Like, I've heard of it, but I don't know. You understand? So he's telling me more info on that, to the point of, yeah, in a year, he's saying to me, like, your kidneys now are at 25% each. Oh, no. He said, what we can do, we can give you tablets and stuff, you get me, to try and slow down till you get me, because you're going to need dialysis at some point.
Of course, yeah.
But if we slow down the process of your kidneys dying, then it might be a while before you need it. Imagine a year later, blood, I'm on dialysis. A year later, he's gone to me, yeah, like I'm proper ill, you know, proper ill. They took me into hospital. I've never had a hospital stay in my life. I've gone in there, they've kept me for like a month and a half or something like that. Listen, I was broken, fam. Broken when they took me in. You went in for a
checkup because like you worried about something and they kept you in for
Yeah, I went in for a checkup or something. No, I felt ill. I didn't even go for a checkup. I felt ill. Went to hospital, and then they realized that my kidneys are now failing. Oh, wow. They were at 4% each.
Oh my God.
You get me? So I was really close to being gone, innit? Like, so these times now, they've rushed me onto dialysis because that's what I need, innit?
Yeah, of course.
You get me?
Like functioning.
Yeah, they've rushed me onto the thing. 3 times a week.
Okay.
For 4 hours now. I started off doing 3.5 hours. but you have to get what they call it, good clearance, innit? Like, so your blood has to show that it's being cleared really well.
Right.
You get me? If it's not, then they up your hours, innit? So I'm currently doing 4 hours. 3
And do you
days
do
a
that
week.
at home, or do you go to the hospital for that?
Oh,
you go to the
but
doctor?
this is what I was getting to. When they first rushed me onto dialysis, they said to me, "Oh, you like, cause you're young and that, you can do what's called PD, yeah, peritoneal dialysis.
Okay.
Yeah, where they fit a catheter to your stomach. You know what I'm saying? And then you go home, they bring the machines, prep your house for you and that, and they put the machines in the liquid machine, and then you can do the dialysis at home.
Oh, brilliant.
So all you do, you have your day, then at night time, you get me, you put your bags of fluid on the machine, and then you connect yourself, and while you're sleeping, you do dialysis.
Right,
You wake up in
okay.
the morning, disconnect yourself, throw your bags away. They make sure that you get all the fluid bags that you need
Of
to put on the
course.
machine. They make sure you get all of that. All your hygiene stuff, gloves, masks, wipes and all that, they send to you every month in bulk,
Brilliant.
make sure. But you have to have a lot of room in your house, fam.
Of course, I can imagine.
A
yeah.
lot of room in your house. The amount of boxes, blood.
That they're sending
Yeah,
you.
the
Yeah,
amount
got
of
to keep well
boxes.
stocked up.
Yeah, but PD weren't working for me. Yeah, I was actually getting worse. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, because there's people out there on PD, like there's somebody I talked to on my Instagram, and she loves her PD. It's given her the freedom, like they said, and it
Right.
works for her.
Yeah,
So she's cool
yeah.
with that. But for me, it was like it was killing me, blood.
Okay.
You get me,
Make
man?
it
Was
worse.
getting. Bruv, one time I went to bed, and you know I got the catheter, like I said.
Right.
I've woke up in the middle of the night, yeah, and I flicked the sheet back. I heard poof.
Like it
I was
popped.
like, raw, what was that? Something popped. When I looked, blood, the catheter popped, fam.
Oh no.
So straight away I knew infection.
Oh no.
What they should have done, they should have treated me when I told them, innit? But they didn't, innit? So 2 weeks later now, man's got infection.
And your body's low.
I'm
You
in
body can't
hospital.
really fight these things.
Yeah. So it was mad still. But you get me? So eventually, after that, I did a year on PD. And then they put me to the hospital.
Yeah.
You get me, to do hemodialysis, which is the bigger machines, the hospital machines, proper thing. You get me? So they put me in there and that. And yeah, like, I'm here now. You get me? I've had a few ups and
Thanks
downs
God.
even on that, but that works for me. You get me? Go in there. Like, it takes some getting used to, though, man. I'm telling you now.
I can
'Cause
imagine it's a whole
even-
like life change. You know what I
Because
mean?
even that, I've nearly died another 2 times since that. You get me?
It's
Carl?
scary as well because you don't know what to expect. You don't know the outcome.
Yeah, but it's getting used to it, innit? Like when you've had your life and your freedom and that,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden now it's like you've got to go hospital, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, and then you have to say to yourself, boy, well I either want to live or I want.
This
You
is
get
it.
me?
Yeah, yeah.
Carl, you got to do it.
Does it give you a new appreciation for like
Everything.
life every day, like
Gives me a new appreciation for everything, everything. I can't even lie. Like I'd grown up to a certain degree by the time I got my diagnosis.
Right.
But I'm telling you now, yeah, by about a year in, like I've grown up a hell of a lot more. A hell of a lot
So it was
more.
a learning. It was learning
Like-
constantly on this journey.
Constantly, everything. Like it's mad, from kids to my family, to just life in general, being around my friends and that. Like I've had to like grow up like differently. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good because it puts you in a better man. Men take time to grow up, some of us.
Yeah,
Do you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
we know, we
Like,
know.
So it go. Yeah, but yeah. You know?
Okay.
So we're going to go on to your kidneys. I understand that you appeared on the BBC.
Yeah.
You shared your kidney story with them. Can you tell us about how that came about, how you managed, how did that all come about?
That one was like, how that happened was different still, because I've got a cousin called Shiva, yeah? He worked at the BBC, so he knew Ace. But then I saw Ace's situation on Instagram. So boom. I must have hollered at him. But when I hollered at him, I think Stephen must have spoke to him as well and said to him, raw, like, my cousin, he's going through it right here. Boom. So me and Ace spoke 1 or 2 times briefly.
For people that don't know.
Ace, everyone knows Ace. The BBC. What is he from? BBC One Extra.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get me? DJ Ace. You know what I mean? The big man. Yeah. But yeah, we spoke a couple times and that. And then I noticed that he was working with a charity, ACLT, African Caribbean Leukemia Trust.
Okay.
Yeah. They help a lot. Yeah, they do a lot.
What do they do?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of things?
They
what
do
kind
a
of
lot.
support do they offer?
Like it's just like general mental support and that, helping people with they do blood donation.
Okay.
And
get that connection, because like obviously.
Do you know what I'm saying? So boom now, man. Like I think he told me I learned about them from him.
Right.
You know, and then since then I think he'd spoken to them briefly. I'd spoke to Orin and Beverly on the internet and whatnot, you know, and they listened to my situation and said, you know, okay, cool, let's see what we can do for you and stuff like that. And it was because of them I got onto the TV, onto the news.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that was Orin. It was Orin I was actually on the news with. So big them up.
Big up Orin.
Do you know what I mean? Big up the charity. They do a lot of work for a lot of people. The ACLT charity. Look them up for any information on donors, blood
support advice.
Or support advice, all that kind of stuff.
What does that stand for again? AAF. What does that stand for?
African Caribbean Leukemia Trust.
Wicked. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, look them up, man. They're cool.
Okay, so like on your journey, like have you made a diary? Have you documented certain things? Have you taken notes? Is there certain things that stood out in this journey more than other things?
They call it a blog these days, innit? I don't call it a blog, I just call it Instagram. You get me? I've just been Instagramming, I do my stuff, you know me, I put my music on there. If I'm in hospital, whether it's a stay in hospital or an appointment, like I put my little story on there, what I'm doing, what's happening, what food the hospital are giving me. Like, you know them ones
a
there.
little moan as well.
When I'm moaning, like I don't want this, but this is good. Like, yeah, so, you know, I do that still. You get me? Yeah. It's a lifelong. It is a lifelong thing. So because really and truthfully, it's like this. They've said to me, "Oh, we need to get you a donor now while you're still young," because they class my age as being young, right? So they said we need to get a donor now. If you get a kidney, yeah, the kidney could last you 10 years, 15 years, could last you 20 years at a push. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's just say 20 on 40, that's 60.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the age of 60, I'll probably need, if the kidney lasts that long, I'll need another transplant.
Oh wow, that's
Do you get what I'm saying? Because if not, it's back to dialysis. Like, yeah. Yeah, there might be.
I get what you're saying. I feel the anxiety already, just knowing that you could get one, and then it's only got a certain time scale.
My
so
friend
it's cool for 15 years, but when that runs out.
Yeah, my friend, man, he. Year old or 60-year-old gentleman, yeah, and that kidney lasted him a month.
You see, I'll be so so upset.
And then, yeah, but you see what it is, yeah. But then his next kidney came from a 20 or 22-year-old, yeah. Soon as he said that, I thought, right, that's good. But then something hit me, like, right, that came from a 20-year-old.
So doing balloons.
So like that 20-year-old, I think that 20-year-old passed away. You get me? So I'm just like, yeah, that's good, but that's deep.
No, exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? And that's been me as well for the last, because I've been going through this now for 6 years. Yeah? And all the talk about donors and all that, and donors from my children, and I'm like, I can't take a kidney off my youth.
Because if something happens to the other kidney and they're left with one, then they're doomed.
Like, it's mad because there's so many things to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you
but
do.
say something happens to the last one, the last remaining one that you've got after you've given one away.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, say
now.
I take my oldest daughter's kidney now. Yeah, she now has to watch herself, innit? Do you get me?
Yeah,
where she might have had that
herself.
backup, she now has no backup, and now it's like that's cut in half. For where something happens to her, she's directly, where I've had 2 kidneys, she's now directly in that situation. You get what I'm saying? But that's why we need more black people to come forward, yeah.
No, we do.
Because you know what, yeah, I swear there was somebody, and I don't want to say his name because I don't know if he's really properly put that out there, yeah, but at the same time, when he found out he was in the situation that we were in, he couldn't go and tell his family.
Why?
Because he was of African descent, yeah, And apparently his mum and that were like, no, we don't do that. You get me, kind of thing. I didn't realize that there was a thing around black people, that there not enough black people donating. You get me? Not enough black people giving blood. Not enough black people donating organs.
Right, yeah, of course.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I've only found that out when I've got in this position now. They're saying to me, because I'm in dialysis, blood, and I'm seeing people that I'm there dialysis, like Caucasian people and that, yeah, and they're there and then they're gone.
Then they're gone.
They're
Got
gone.
a kidney and they're out. Yeah.
But Indians, Africans, Caribbeans, like we're there. You get me? We're there, blood. Yeah, sandwiches, tea, TV, we're there. Do you know what I'm saying? So we need more black people to come forward, and you know what I mean? Because you know what black people are like. We're like, nah, I'm not. Later, even on the driving form, you know, you have to change all that.
Yeah,
like, nah, I don't want my organs donated if I'm in a crash or something.
This is it. That's another type thing. If you're gonna pass away, like allow your parts at least to go to somewhere else. You know what I mean? You might not want to give it away while you're living and functioning, because you might be scared that you might need it.
Definitely.
But if you die and it's in any good condition, give that to someone, innit? Like, really?
This is it. Yeah.
Oh, that's deep. Look at the numbers.
You see what I'm saying? And the more I think, I've had a long time to think about all of this. You know what I'm saying? To the point of I've even felt bad, because anytime I would have seen that, I would have been like, later. I'm not. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're keeping it real.
But I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't. There's no way, like, knowing it now, and not because I need one.
Yeah.
If I would have done the research to help someone else or something, my thought process would have changed then. You get me?
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, but
You asked something which was very good. You said something about the children. No, you said something about your children.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so you know, sometimes you might need an organ or whatever.
Yeah.
You might have family members, but for some reason they may not be a match, though, isn't it? You might think your mum or your dad definitely his kidney would be suited to you, but in actual fact it may not be a match. And there might be somebody that you don't even know.
Yeah, they have actually said
blood transplant and transfusions as well is the same thing.
Yeah, they have actually said that best would probably come from one of my children.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Only 3 of my kids are old enough.
Right.
Have they expressed wanting to give you a kidney? Have they had this discussion with you, or how's that?
My oldest daughter, yeah. I said to her, listen, I need a kidney in our baby, yeah. She's like, I can't give you that. I got a daughter to bring up. She was shook.
I thought you were gonna say, she said, yeah, Dad, I'll give it to you.
No, she was shook. She was shook. No, she was shook, man. You get me? I love her, man. You get me? I love my kids. She was shook, man.
Was she joking?
You get me? But she wasn't joking. She was like, you get me? But a part of it, you know, like in her head, you know, like she wants to, because she wants to save her dad. But it's like, bro, I got to think about my youth.
It's scary.
You know that was, no, but she has now, gone and I think she's waiting for a test appointment to come through.
Yeah, because you wouldn't like to know that something happened and you could have given and you didn't. It would be on your head. It would be on your head still.
Yeah.
But if it's your parent as well, I feel like I would have cracked.
You see me though. That's what I'm saying though.
Have to give the thing.
I personally don't feel like that. I feel like my mum was saying to me, I was saying like, oh, I don't want to take no kidneys from this person, and I don't want kidney from that person.
Yeah.
And before I know it, I'm like, right, I can't get a kidney from anyone, because my heart's in a place where, you get me, I don't want to take no kidney off no one.
Yeah.
You get me? And mum's like, but Lee, if somebody offers and you get
this
me,
is it. Like,
you
have
to
like,
take it. Like,
should really consider taking it.
Do you know what I'm saying? And the kids, like, you get me? Like I said, 3 of them are old enough. The rest are just small. So it's like, you know.
How long can you get dialysis for? Can it just work forever? Or is there a point where it gets to a point where you're immune to it?
You can have dialysis for as long as you can have dialysis.
Okay, so right until you pass,
as long as your body can tolerate it, as long as your body.
So what happens if your body can't tolerate it?
Then you start fading. You start fading. You know what I'm saying? And believe me, all these little things in between the dialysis and the kidney is like when I first started the dialysis and I done the PD at home. No one told me, when they said to me, oh yeah, it's best for you because you're young, blah, blah, blah. They didn't say to me, but the pros and cons are, because one of the cons was man caught TB.
Oh no,
You get me?
No.
Man caught TB, but it's not outright TB. It's called peritoneal TB. So this one sits, it's not live, but it sits in the peritoneal area, which is your stomach. You get me? And when you get that, they need to know straight away so that they can treat you. Yeah, before it comes live.
Damage and
Because if that comes live, it's a mad thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So I had to. So that's what slowed down the first process of me even being on the transplant list. Yeah, because it's taken like 5 years for me to be on there.
Wow.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, but that was through bare other health issues in and around what's going on. You get me? So yeah, it's been crazy.
Okay, so on your journey, like to do with your kidney failure, would you say in particular that like you have experienced any discrimination or like felt like maybe friends become distant and people move away from you or treat you different?
No, definitely not. I was just thinking like because I've had a lot of people around me.
Of course, yeah. So no change in nothing. Everything is the same.
It's me. Yeah, I've kept myself away. Yeah, I've kept myself away for a number of reasons. Like, firstly, you got to remember in the time I've fallen ill and that we've had how many bouts of COVID?
Yeah.
You get me?
A
That
lot's going
was
on.
crazy. When
Must
they
have
say
been really
people are
scary
dying,
for you, yeah.
I'm in my bedroom, fam.
And you're at
I'm
high
not
risk at
coming
this
out.
point now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not coming out. And you know what's funny? Obviously, dialysis takes the fluid. So man's not urinating no more. So I didn't even need to come out of my room to go to toilet. You know, like that? Yeah, so, yeah. So,
I was in bed literally all day.
I'm in my yard. I've got my kids in there. They didn't have to go to school. I was happy.
Yeah.
You
No,
get
school
me?
and all that,
I'm
yeah.
not going nowhere. Like, and to be honest with you, the other kids' mums, they kept their house, however, so that the kids could interact. I could go see them. They could come see.
Right, yeah.
So it was cool. Like
You
everybody,
worked together.
even my bridgings and that. Do you know what I'm saying? They knew what they were doing. They knew if they was ill, if they had a sniffle, they wouldn't come nowhere near me. You get me?
Yeah,
And stuff
of
like
course.
that. Do you know what I mean? They would arrange certain get-togethers for me and the homies, and it would only be us, man, and our partners. So it's, do you know what I
Controlled,
mean?
you
So
know
I've
more
had a
about
lot
how
of-
many people and
I've
stuff.
had a lot of support. I've had a lot of
that's
support.
good to
My
hear, man.
family, yeah, they've been doing craziness, man. You get me? They've been doing craziness, turning up unannounced and all this type of thing.
And you live quite far from them, so that's really
for that
a
reason.
thought out plan. Do you know what I mean? They must have planned that from all the
Yeah.
night before and everybody just drive out
They're
there.
turning up. Mum and dad are turning up together.
And you're
You get
thinking,
me?
"Rah, what's this?"
They're not even together.
Yeah.
You understand?
They're
But I'm
coming
like-
together.
But I'm like, that's good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? It's all good. It's all good.
It's
So
all
it's
love,
kind
I
of
lie.
like brought the family
All of it.
together.
Yeah,
And
all of it is good, man. It's good to see more learning. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
what about your community where you grow up in? Like, how have they been supportive as well?
Do you know
like,
what? Yeah. People that I grew up with, I was out of touch with a lot of people for a long time because I moved from London to Swindon.
yeah,
Yeah, but I moved there like when my first daughter was born. You get me? I moved there to just be a dad and that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, like I ended up staying there, whatever. Stayed there, but I've kind of every so often man will come to Harrow Road, go barbershop, big up New Level Cuts, Trini. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he trained up Kai now. Kai's a barber, so. Yeah, big them up.
okay?
So man, no, my son.
okay,
So,
okay.
yeah.
I was gonna say,
So-
kind
yeah,
of that.
there's all of our Kais, man. All of our, you get
Yeah.
me? But yeah, so you know what I mean. I come down, you get me, meet up with the man, then go barbershop. You know, every so often, then it's nice to get back home. That man there around there, kind of stayed in touch. They know my situation. Every so often, there's certain people that will shout me, yo, how you doing? You good? I see what's going on. What's happening? Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what? I get a lot of support, man. But I'm just the guy that doesn't like. I don't like attention. Innit? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't like. You know what I mean? And people are like, well, boy, you're a rapper, blood, so
Yeah, exactly.
you're in the wrong thing if you don't like attention. You
Yeah,
get me?
yeah,
But
yeah.
even that, I never wanted to be like. I wanted to rap because I like rapping and that. I like music from. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Bare support though. Bare support.
So, like, what do you think us as a community can do better to help in any way?
I feel like I said, just donate more, get clued up more awareness. You get me, people? Because usually it starts with people who have got somebody that's gone through it or a person going through it that brings awareness. Do you know what I'm saying? But like, obviously, like your family to me. Do you know what I'm saying? So someone like yourself with the platform that you've got,
Yeah.
you guys can spread awareness.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And everybody in the community, radio stations, like artists, barbershops,
Educating
hairdressers,
people,
like
do you know what I
everybody.
mean?
You get me? Like we need to, we need to stick together. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that would do a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah,
You
no,
get
of
me?
course.
Because when I'm talking this, I'm not just talking about me. There's a lot of, you know what I'm saying?
There's a whole
I've seen
community.
people come and go while I've been on dialysis.
And that must be scary, I lie.
When I say come and go, I mean go. Like,
Yeah.
you understand? A man that a man that rang me in London and said, "Oh, I heard you want to move to Swindon. Yeah, I got a job for you. You can move today. Get your car, pack it up. You can come now. You can start work tonight." You get me?
Did you take up the opportunity?
Yeah, of course I did. I left.
Gone.
Packed up my car.
What was the job?
Gone. Huh?
What was the job?
Delivering Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah? Man delivered Chinese 6 nights a week, cash in hand, plus tips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was, you get me, we was doing good. You know what I'm saying? And you see that man, when I left that job, I worked there for 2 years. Yeah? Till they opened the John Lewis in Swindon.
Right.
And then I went there, stock manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, boom. Now, how many years? We're talking like 15 or 20 years later. I ain't really seen my man again, you get me? But I know he's about car. Boom.
Yeah.
Imagine I start dialysis now when I go in there. The first bed, bruv. My man's in the bed.
Oh my God, look at that.
Man's only got one leg.
Oh no.
All this typer. You understand?
It's
So
changed,
I'm like,
a lot has
"Raw."
changed.
So I'm like, raw T, like, you get me? And then T went. You know what I'm saying?
So you had kidney failure too?
He had multi-organ failure.
Oh no.
Do you see what I'm
So
saying?
complete shutdown.
Yeah, it was mad. There's a couple.
I've
people
never heard of that before, you know, but like
Yeah.
I understood it.
Yeah.
I understood
didn't
exactly what
this
it
is
was.
what I mean. There's so
I
much.
have, yeah.
There is so much here to find out, to understand. Like, there's so much to research. Like, yeah, because I didn't even know that your kidneys could be mash up, your heart could be mash up. You like, they can transplant both of them. Do you see what I'm saying? They can. There's a lot they can do, but it's all about timing, innit? Yeah, because things need to be
Of course.
caught early and.
Yep,
you understand?
definitely.
So yeah.
So can I ask, what advice would you give to anybody who's like recently been diagnosed and, you know, struggling with the diagnosis? Because it is a lot to take, you know, especially for someone young like yourself. Like, what advice would you give them to help them through this?
Listen to your doctors, right? If you're not happy about something your doctor's getting you, always get a second opinion.
Yeah.
When you feel like, okay, this person knows what they're talking about, like, I've got a good consultant, like, yeah? I've actually got a consultant, she's like one of the top in the country.
Okay.
You get me? One time I was trying to get hold of her because I was worried about something and I was at home, yeah? And I'm Googling her and I can't find nothing. Her Twitter came up. I thought, bro, that's a bit personal still. I DM'd her on her Twitter, she got back to me within 5 minutes. Sorted me right out. Do you know what I'm saying? But she knows her stuff as well. You get me? So it's important with a diagnosis that you have good consultants and that. Medication. It's important that you take the medication, but also research the medication yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I'm saying? So you know what's going on, because little things like they gave me my medication. These times I'm taking my blood pressure medication. Every morning I'm taking the whole thing every morning, thinking, yeah, boom, that's gonna last me till tomorrow morning.
Right, yeah.
Until one of the nurses in the dialysis said to me, "Oh, Lee, like, you come to dialysis, you take your medication at 8 in the morning, you come here at 1 p.m. Yeah? By like 1 p.m. when you do your blood pressure, like, it's a bit high again. It's like the tablets weighing up with like a 12 hours. You get me? So she said, have you thought about halving your tablets? So I thought, bro, I didn't think I could do that. You get me? So now, man, half the tablets. Take half in the morning, yeah. By afternoon, blood pressure, by the time I get the dialysis, my blood pressure's like 120, 130, I'm good.
Yeah.
You get me? They do dialysis, take the fluid. The fluid also brings, because if your kidney's not working, you pile on fluid, innit? You're not urinating, your body piles on fluid.
Of course, yeah.
But then your blood pressure will also go up with that.
Everything just triggers off, one thing triggers off another thing.
Right, but soon as the fluid is taken, it's easing up on your body, innit? So your
Right,
blood
of course.
pressure goes down as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, you get me? Then at night time, so 8 in the morning, 8 at night, tablets. Round the clock cover for blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? Your blood pressure should not go, yeah? It shouldn't be high, innit? Yeah, it shouldn't go. 140, it's okay.
Pushing it, but it's alright.
It's pushing
It's
it,
alright.
but it's not drastic, you get me? But keep an eye on it. When your blood pressure is like 180, 190, blood, one time I got a wicked piece of headache that I couldn't move. Yeah, I locked myself in the bedroom, put my head on the quilt. You know, they say stay in a dark room and that.
Yeah.
The thing wouldn't go till I've gone and said to my wife, right, I'm going to the hospital. Yeah. But when I got there, they said to me, Leroy, you should be dead. I said, what? I said, why? They said, your blood pressure is 280.
Oh my gosh. I've never heard of a reading like that. That's extremely high.
I nearly dropped when he told me. You get me? 280. Mad thing.
So, you came here with another phone. Can you just explain what the phone's for, if you don't mind sharing it with our viewers?
The phone is, a week ago, I got told that I'd done everything to qualify to go on the transplant list.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So thank you. So what it is, obviously I've got my phone, everyone calls me on my phone, innit?
Yeah.
But at night time, because I suffer with sleep, listen, I had one dread case. You know, people say, oh, I can't sleep.
Yeah.
They just can't sleep.
Yeah.
I had insomnia, blood. I'm going into every room in my house trying to find somewhere to sleep because I could not sleep in my room. In the end, we had an old cot, a mattress for a cot.
Yeah.
Fam, I put the mattress for the cot on the corner in the front room. We'd only just moved into our new house.
Yeah.
You get me? So it was room. I put the mattress on the floor, but for some reason my body was comfortable there. So for weeks on end, I was sleeping there.
Yeah.
You get me? But man had, real life insomnia. So yeah.
So the phone.
But the phone,
Yeah.
the phone. I had to get this extra phone. When they told me last week, they said we need a number to contact you. We are going to contact you at some point. It could be any time of the day or night. When you get that call, you need to be. I think it's like no more than an hour away because you're going to probably have like an hour to get to Oxford. You get me? That's where I'm going to have to go from Swindon to Oxford. My treatment, I have dialysis treatment at Swindon, but my case is between Swindon and Oxford because I think that's where a lot of the specialists are and whatnot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So this phone, when this phone rings, that's gone. That's me gone. That means that they're ringing me to tell me they've got a kidney and I need to get to the hospital. That still doesn't mean I'm getting it though. Yeah,
Okay, I thought they called. Okay.
You could get there.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure of the ins and outs around it, but I've got a couple of people who have gone through this. So one of my brethren, he got called, we've got your kidney, you need to come to Oxford. He's left Swindon, gone to Oxford. He sat there for like 5 hours in the middle of the night. And it's come up, oh sorry, like someone else got the kidney. You get me? I'm not sure what the ins and outs about that little, you get me, the thing of making the person come there, waiting all this time. I'm not sure how that works. Did you like phone two people to see who gets there first?
I was going to say it's clear that they've offered it to more than one.
That's a mad thing. You get me? But it is what it is. We know that's what we're told in the beginning. So what you're going to have to go through is a possibility you might get a couple of calls and go wait and not get it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a lottery, kind of.
It is. But that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Everybody that's had a transplant waiting for one, that's what we're going through. You know what I'm saying?
So all the people out there that are listening, if you aren't an organ donor yet, I think you should definitely look about getting it now, because when you're deceased, you really don't need your organs again. And if you know that you can help somebody, especially like the black community,
we need to do better.
We really need to do better. And like I said, I'm an organ donor, but because of a previous job that I did, I can't donate my organs anymore.
Oh, swear.
Yeah. So after 2 years of doing a particular job, you're not allowed to donate your organs anymore.
Is that forever, or does that like run out?
That's something that I have to look into. That is something. But
why should they be able to do that when that's your personal decision? It's your body, it's your organs?
It's basically because I was cabin crew. Okay. Yeah, and so when you fly a lot, it shrinks. You shrink. So if you measure yourself before you take a flight and measure yourself afterwards, you've actually shrunk slightly.
Are you serious? Yeah. I take some flights. I'm kind of tall.
And so when it didn't do that, I'm still tall.
I ain't flying anyway.
And so after 2 years of flying, you're no longer able to donate your organs.
Okay.
But I haven't flown for a long time, so it's something I can look into. Because there was a plane crash and there was a cabin crew on board, and they tested her organs, and apparently her organs was that of a 70-year-old woman, and that was from years of flying. And I flew for like 6 years, so I don't know. I'd have to look into it. I'm not actually sure. That's something for me to research. I'll let you know. But everyone else as well, be an organ donor, and not just because of Lee, but it could be somebody in your family one day that needs an organ as well, and that's something to be, to think about.
And I'm not gonna lie, that's when I started to think of it harder, when my family got into a problem. Because to be honest, before that, I was just like, I wasn't willing to part of any of my organs, and I was gonna die and take all of them.
Yeah.
And then, I'm not gonna lie, quite recently, up until like about maybe a year and a half ago, I was like, no, do you know what? If they can do anything with them, I do smoke. You get me? They're free to take them. What's the point of dying and taking these organs with you that somebody else could get a couple? A couple of more years of lease of life. So now my views have changed actually, and I haven't done it yet, but I am going to become one. Because once I'm gone, what am I doing? What am I going to the grave for the maggot to come chew it out? You get me?
Yeah, fair enough, man. Someone. For real, that's it.
Okay, so we're going to play some tunes from the Unsigned Artist before we go into our next topic with about Vitligo. So we're going to give you Go Crazy, and this is by the Unsigned Artist.
Unsigned 24
Choice.
Gotta stay grinding, rain, sleep, lightning. Man, them know my thing. This life really frightening. Niggas always hyping. I just wait till I see, man. Like, fuck the FaceTime thing. The Instagram living. The house man surviving. Man ain't even driving. Can't get the read. Fucking hell. Man, I hide it. What's he gonna do when he tries to line him? The man, them find him. Nan came and bind him. Send man backwards like squeeze and recline him. No one now find him after man red wine him. So all you young bucks that think this life is exciting, till man comes through your door, moving like Vikings. You don't wanna see Ragnar and Rolo when you're driving a blacked out Polo. It's better me spraying them RTM show. Say they're on a madness, but it's blatantly a no show. Fuck it, I'll just go home. Strap a zoot cookies, pull up pizza go-go. In my front room like Frodo, waiting for Precious to come home. Enough man now beat, they Star Wars, Han Solo. I'm Dominique and St. Lucian, so I hit her with the Lolo. I'm a young man bagging. Unsigned 24
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately we have to turn off the song. Not that it wasn't a good song, it was just that there's swearing on there and we're not allowed to play any swear words before 10.
Family show.
So yeah, we're just going to play something different for you. And yeah, we'll be back in a sec.
Alright, Joven, what are you playing next?
EFM Entertainment.
Man told a man that I was moving weight, and this man listened to this man's mistake. Now I'm pissed off driving past Pete more late. Don't get shit crossed, I always knew the
Send a
dome was
message
fake.
to the studio
I've been a boss,
via
it's in my
WhatsApp
blood, it was hard
to
to escape.
+44
In the end, there I was sat contemplating my fate. Trapped in the game, now a product of my own pain. I put it down, focused on music, my debts needed paying. It's back to trapping, if the music don't work, I ain't playing. Man can flip a whole zone on a day-to-day thing, but it's that same mindset I'm not rating. Don't get me wrong, I've been nice, I'm far from hating. Ain't trying to spend my pee on ice, got kids raising. No dark without the light, Fiend said that rice amazing. I tried to tell man level up, their man are gazing. It's either that or man are caught up in the trap blazing. When things change and peeps die, I turn to the flavors. I can't cry, I get high and piss off my neighbors. I could die anytime, there ain't no debating. The unsigned artist, dead man waiting. When things change and peeps die, I turn to the flavors. I can't cry, I get high and piss off my neighbors. I could die anytime, there ain't no debating. The unsigned artist, dead man waiting. It's been a minute since I've been registered disabled.
Choice.
I'm a grown man, they put me food on the table. I got a plan though, I'm on the phone to Funky D, asking me like, yo unsigned, are you gonna bang though? I strap a zoot and head to the bando. Eyes red for the bread, I'll go ham roll and risk my freedom for Ezra and Amro. Kai used to be my little guy, but he's wham now. My kids, they my team and my gang, bro. If it weren't for them, I think I'll still be out on missions. Let's take it back to times when I used to go missing. Mum said, Lee, you must like the licks because you never listen. Outside blitz and Unsigned still kettle licking. Got accused of smoking because my clothes were kicking. Some joking, it wasn't even me piffing. Wasn't even me piffing. When things change and peeps die, I turn to the flavors. I can't cry, I get high and piss off my neighbors. I could die anytime, there ain't no debating. The unsigned artist, dead man waiting. When things change and peeps die, I turn to the flavors. I can't cry, I get high and piss off my neighbors. I could die anytime, there ain't no debating. The unsigned artist, dead man waiting. When things change and peeps die, I turn to the flavors. I can't cry, I get high and piss off my neighbors. I could die anytime, there ain't no debating. The unsigned artist, dead man waiting. When things change and peeps die, I turn to the flavors. I can't cry, I get high and piss off my neighbors. I could die anytime, there ain't no debating. The unsigned artist, dead.
Hey world, this is
Faye, and you can follow Choice FM UK London on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
In today.
Geordie, man like Geordie. You know he's watching, man. Pick up yourself.
So, before we get the artist back on, he's just taking a little rest, so we're going to go on to our next topic, and then we're going to come back to our topic at hand, our interview at hand, sorry. So, we are talking about Vybz Kartel.
Because right now he's vibes in, you get me?
Yeah, Vybz is out, so if you're living under a rock and you're unaware, he has been released. He was released 2 days ago, I think it was.
I was in shock, mate.
I was in shock. I didn't think he was going to get released.
Nah, not until I was going to be crispy or 70s and 80s, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't.
Not for now.
Didn't think. So if people don't know the backstory, we're not going to go into too much detail. Basically, Vybz Kartel was incarcerated for a murder of a gentleman called... I think they call him
Lizard.
Clive
Williams, I think, called Lizard on the street.
Yeah. So he was a promoter. So allegedly, he sent a message to his sister to say that he was scared for his life. And then there was allegedly a video. Well, not allegedly, the video is there, but allegedly it had Vybz Kartel talking about the incident, talking about... you saw the video of the guy with a big axe, and they were talking about when he comes in. They didn't say who, though. That you must stab him in the neck and so forth. And so there was that evidence before, and then obviously he was in... When did he go to prison, B?
2011, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, 2011 he was incarcerated.
Yep. Was he convicted in 2015?
I don't know.
215.
Was he convicted
when he
then?
was charged. I think it was 215.
Yeah.
And then he started his charge, for however many years. But for real, they weren't always like that.
No.
They evolved over time.
Yeah, they do. They come and go. And the same with Missy Elliott as well.
She looks really frail. When I saw her in a wheelchair, I wasn't too sure if the photo was photoshopped or whatever.
Yeah.
But is she sick at the moment?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen Wendy for a little while. I know
I'm
she
not
had
Wendy, Missy.
Oh, Missy. No, Missy's touring right now with Sierra.
See, that must have been photoshopped.
And Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
Missy's out there making money.
I see a picture of her looking all sick in a wheelchair, and I was like, is this Photoshop? I never hear nothing really. Yeah, okay.
Could have been Photoshop, but it could have been when she had an outbreak with her Graves' disease and she needed a bit of help. So back to Vybz Kartel. Yeah. Back to the man himself.
What do you think about his wife? What do you think about this... the woman that has come over from England. Apparently he sent for her, and she's been living in Jamaica from, I think, 2019. They then got married. She was a fan to begin with. She met him for the first time in 2015. Mm-hmm. And then, I think in 2019, she went to see him for the first... No, sorry, she met him for the first time in 2015.
Yeah.
They got married, and she's been looking after his affairs, and she's been living in Jamaica. She gave up her life in England. And when he came out, he hugged one guy first.
That's the same guy. That's the guy.
Because certain people held him, he spotted them, and that guy got a hug.
Yes, that's the same guy. Yes.
Waiting for her, like, little embrace.
If anyone knows what the guy's name is, something bright, Thunder, I can't remember the name. If you know what the guy's name is that was with Vybz Kartel when he was coming out, please let us know. But in regards to the wife, I think, she definitely held him down. She was there for him. But I don't want to be negative, I'm going to just keep it real. Not all Jamaican men before you lot put daggers in my back, but Caribbean men have a problem with being faithful. So while I feel that he appreciated...
Men in general, man, what do you mean?
Men in general, yeah.
Don't give Biggs no passes.
Yeah.
Men in general, brother.
Biggs ain't part of that, are you, Biggs? You're one of the good guys.
Listen, everybody...
Biggs is just drinking his beer, he's not answering us. He's got selective hearing, he's not even listening to us.
The wall of them.
All right. But no, in regards to in regards to Vybz, I think what's going to happen is, me personally, I think that he's going to try and do right by her because she supported him. But I feel that when he gets out there, it's pure gal. It's going to be gal all over the place, throwing themselves batty out the door, titty out the door, everything. He's just going to be so excited. I think that he's going to struggle to stay with the one woman. And that's how it goes with a lot of times. A lot of times you see the women, they're waiting for the man, and then the man comes out. They're faithful for a little while out of feeling that they have to because you was there for them. But then after that novelty's going to wear out. Yeah. It is going to wear off.
And I think that he's going to treat her like a queen, because when she chose to give up her life in England and go to Jamaica, she gave up a lot. And she came out there on the understanding he wasn't going to come out until 2:46. So it's going to be a long time she's going to be without him. You gave up your life and you decided to focus and make him your priority. So I think for that, he's going to treat her like a queen. But men are men. Mm-hmm. And so, like you said, I feel like it's going to be like honeymoon period in the beginning. Yeah, me and you. But I feel like he's going to have these things on the side. And so going forward, which I think she might kind of know, she might be the main one.
Yeah.
He'll never diss her and them something there. But he's going to have these little things on the side. But they will know their place. They will know their position in lanes.
Where is she from? Is she Turkish descent? I think I heard
she looks a bit.
Yeah, I
saw
think
it
she
somewhere
is
and I forgot it
Turkish
now.
descent. And also,
You're absolutely correct. She was born in Turkey.
Okay, so I'm not saying that.
Turkey.
Obviously, people from different cultures can get together. We can get into a relationship. But does she know? Has she been with a Caribbean man before? Is this her first relationship with a Caribbean? Because Caribbean men are very particular.
And I know, if anything, she might love him now because so much time has gone by. But originally, he was a fan. And
He
I remember
was.
saying to my sister, I wonder if she was a fan. She was a fan.
Yeah.
So you liked his music. You probably
Yeah.
liked the lifestyle, all that comes with it. And she may just like that lifestyle.
So time will tell. I mean, now that he's out, they're going to be in
She ain't
each
going
other's
nowhere.
company, and they're going to get to know each other. They're going to be around each other, and so time will tell. I wish them the best though, because I don't want to, we want to see happy homes out there. Someone saying to us, Shola and V, look at the box chat. Oh no, we ain't been chatting. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, sorry people, we have not looked at the message thing at all. And also it's been a bit delayed because some of the messages that's come through, they were like about something else and we passed that long time ago. So I was gonna, before we finish off, I was gonna like touch on those. I took a screenshot.
Yeah.
So we can just get me
But if we
acknowledge.
don't get to your comments today and we don't get to answer your questions,
We apologise now. Shola's
yeah.
sorry. But next time,
Why
we'll pay more
me?
attention.
Why are you not sorry as well? Why me?
Because you're like in this direction, you can see it more. I'm over here, bro.
I can't see. I'm old. I've got bad
Take off
vision.
the glasses, we're inside.
I'm like the Italians. I wear my glasses all year round, even in winter.
The two of them, they think the sun's inside there. Have you seen them?
Yeah, how you mean?
Well, now bust too much style, man.
Listen, one lived in Milan for a little while, so I've adopted the glasses, you know what I mean? I'm part Italian somewhere. I can't talk it, but anymore. But yeah, anyway, so let's forget that. So yeah, Vybz Kartel. So I think as well, he doesn't even have to release any new music. I think that Vybz Kartel can just
His kids
go,
are bathing, and the grandkids are
like
bathing too.
the music now. He can go and tour. He can tour for the next year straight. Do you understand? He
literally
does
can.
not
He
have
busts,
to
man. He's gone
release
clear.
one new song.
And he made
The
his
man can-
bleaching soap. So it's his music,
Yeah.
his bleaching soap. Has he got a clothesline? Look
I
what he
won't
did.
be
Do you know what I
surprised.
mean?
I won't be
Anything he
surprised.
puts his spin on.
He had his own TV show.
Yes,
See
do
it
you
there?
remember that? Do you remember
I
that
don't
show?
remember it. I do not.
Teacher's Pet. What was it? It was the shiny looking one that won the competition. Yeah, I watched that. I was well infested. Yes, that
I'm
was
trying, I
really
didn't
good.
even know about it.
You need to go and
Said
watch
that,
it,
yeah.
Vee, online. It was hilarious. Yeah, he cussed off one of the cameraman in there because one of the women went in the pool. She had on no panties, and he dived under with the camera, and he cussed him and said, "How you going underneath there? She ain't got no panties on, and you put yourself all underneath there." And the water went where? 'Cause you know Jamaican men love to say they don't eat vagina, but a lot of them do, but some don't. But anyway, that's another story for another show.
It's a family show.
Yeah, it's a family show. Yeah. So anyway, so I think we're running out of time, and we still have some more questions for our special guests in the studio
He ain't
today.
gone nowhere. Just taking a
So
little
he's
breather.
still here. Yeah, he's still
recharging,
here.
like
so-
a phone, he's just recharging.
Yeah, he's stripping
He's
in
got
the
about
studio.
30%. He's coming back in a minute.
Yeah. Eat what? DJ Dom, use your imagination. I'm sure you're over 18, so use your imagination. You understand? Unless we have to tell you the story
Innit, you
about
guess.
the
If you get
birds
it right,
and
we'll
the
tell you.
bees. Yeah. I think we're going to have to educate him on the birds and the bees.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
let's
let's go. Our show is nearly over. DJ Dom, we don't have time for that today. We've got places to go after our podcast, but yeah.
Right, let's go.
Yeah.
We'll start guessing then, Dommy boy.
Yum yums, bigger saying, yeah.
That message is probably so long, that's why I ain't come through. He's still typing.
So, yeah, we're going to get our guests back in.
Yep. So,
yeah.
welcome
go,
back.
Sophie. Yeah.
The Unsigned Artist, round 2.
So this part
Round
of the
two.
segment, we're going to be talking about his music. He's going to tell us about his music, how we got into music. So stay with us. Stay tuned in. Thank you for everyone listening on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Well, X now, but we still call it Twitter, Twitch, Mixcloud, and Bigo Live.
Bigo Live.
Bigo Live.
like
Yeah,
that.
we appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in.
Right, so now we're going to hit the music questions and we're going to go straight in.
All right,
So, my man, where did you get the name from? Where did you get the name The Unsigned Artist from?
Do you know what? That's a mad one, I can't lie. Me and my brethren used to get mash up. I used to check him, jam with him at night time. We get mash up in it, like, yeah? Boom. Man used to call him the rock star. We all called him rock star. Then one day, he said, but hold on, Leroy, if I'm the rock star, then who are you? So he said, I know, you're the unsigned artist. If I'm the rock star, you're the... So we're just there cracking up, so it's just jokes. And then I went home and I thought about it. I was like, rah, the unsigned artist, yeah, that's calm still. I'll roll with that. You know why? Because for me personally, like, the young artists, they have the shelf life. You get
Yeah.
me? If you're an older artist that's been doing music for years, yeah, then you're good. But if you're an artist that's coming into the limelight like in your 30s and 40s, yeah, no one's really gonna sign you like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and plus I'm ill, yeah. So I'm unsigned.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
And I'm doing my thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like when, like obviously I'm with RTM Records now. Yeah, really the most. Big up Young Spray. You get me? Big up all the RTM crew. Ice Cream, you know Ice Cream.
Yep.
You get me? Big up Ice Cream. Big up Mafiela's not RTM, but you know, like
Big
it's
them up
fam.
anyway. You get me? Part of the family.
Big them all up. You get me? Big up OJ at EFM Records. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, big up everyone, man. But flipping, yeah, like, you know what I mean? The record thing, yeah, he's come to man, asked him, said to me, yeah, you know what, blood, you're sick. Do you want to come? He said, I see you're doing your thing. You get me? And he said, like, man, can't really sign you like that. But how do you feel about coming over and helping man with the record label and that? You get me?
And why couldn't he sign you over? Why couldn't he sign you?
Because you know what it is, yeah? Spray, obviously, with his own thing, he's got his podcast, RTM podcast, yeah? He's always had his own thing. RTM was just his slogan, innit? Yeah, growing up, like, I remember growing up listening to Spray.
Yeah.
I swear I was listening to Spray. It was on, like, on Channel U.
Right,
Like, you get me? So you know,
oh God, yeah.
it kind of started from, you know what I mean? So to me, I don't know about anyone else, to me, he's one of the pioneers.
Of course,
You get me?
yeah,
So when he turned around and said to me, oh yeah, like you're sick. You get me? Now I know there's bare man hearing me on my Instagram and in places, yeah? But it's like, you know, like everyone's in it for themselves. No one wants to bring no one else through. You get me? It took my man to turn around and say, do you know what, fam, you're hard. Come over here to RTM and boom, boom, boom. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how that started. Do you know what I mean?
Because that kind of leads us into our next question, because we was going to ask you, like, what inspires you to do music? So you've kind of answered, what's that?
No, what inspired me was my dad. Yeah?
Big up man, like, cupping.
Yeah, my dad inspired me because, you know, that was a sound man.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah, and that's where it starts, innit? At home.
Yeah.
Sound. He used to
Not One
play.
Love.
No, he played for One Love, but then they had their own little sound as well, innit? But they had like Paddington Terror and
Yeah, okay,
you get me? Yeah,
Memories.
so Dad always had the big speakers in the yard. You get me? And then obviously when him and Mum parted or whatever, he's got his own house and that. And I go to his house for weekends. Dad had his own studio room. Listen, I'm meant to be there seeing my dad. I'm in the studio room the whole weekend.
Yeah.
You get me? These times man's like 10, 11. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm in there doing tapes, ragga ting, because that's how I started, innit? I started off doing ragga. You get me? Before it was even dancehall. It was ragga.
Yeah.
You understand? So, yeah, ragga, revival and all that. You get me? I was DJing. I started off DJing first.
Yeah.
You get me? I could spin them records. Like,
I remember.
Like nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, as time went by, man started listening to American hip hop. I remember like being 14 years old, on my way to school in Barnet.
So that's like 90s? Is that like 90s hip hop? Are we talking? Or
Nah.
Man's showing his age.
Man, because you know what it is, yeah? I've got NWA in my Walkman. Yeah, I'm listening to NWA.
Oh, wow, God, yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's what I'm listening
Vintage.
to in my Walkman on the way to school. You get me? I'm singing NWA in school.
hold
they
tight
didn't
on
like
people
it.
that listen to their Walkmans. I know some of
Yeah.
you younger people don't know what a
what do you
Walkman
mean?
Don't know
is.
what Walkman
That's
is.
all about memories, man.
Do you know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
them
Vintage. That might be worth
cassette
money now. You
Yeah.
stay there.
When they used to rip and stuff, I used to open it up, sellotape
Sellotape
it back.
it.
Yeah,
You get
listen,
me?
Take your pen
yeah.
and read it back.
Yeah.
Remember putting sellotape over the top to record on the tape.
Oh yes,
All
yeah.
that.
Do you know the
Yeah.
wickedest stuff? I've still got tapes.
All that,
I've
yeah.
still
Right, when
got
you play them,
tapes.
this
I got tapes. I ain't got nothing to play them on, but I got tapes.
No, I got my dictator, an old dictator, and
got
it
video
played
tapes,
cassette,
like-
and yeah, it can play
They're
tapes.
bad
Yeah.
quality now, man. I find that like, when you look at them now, they're bad quality.
They
They used
are,
to play
they
Chris
are.
then, but
Yeah,
like,
they
we've got
are.
VCRs again.
Mine were a mess. Like I'll be recording the song,
They
the song
are.
chop, and then I'll record the next song, and it
Yeah.
sounded a hot mess.
Hey,
But we
come on,
loved
they
it.
are.
Yeah.
Digitally.
I showed my youths one of them not long ago. Dad, what's that?
Yeah.
Man said, what's that? I looked at him like, blood. You'll never know. You'll never understand. You get me? But yeah, man was listening to NWA at school with that, the Walkman. You get me? And then from there, I think just shortly after that, it's still more American rap. I remember listening to 50 Cent when no one weren't messing with him, no one trying to sign him or nothing. Yeah. And man used to have to walk, yeah, from Harrow Road to Camden Market, yeah, to go and buy with my little pocket money, go and buy 50-cent CDs. You get me? Yeah? And I'm showing them to man them.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
What I mean? Man them like, right, yeah, man's hard. You get me? And then, yeah, things just start progressing from there. I didn't actually do my first rap tune until I was about 20.
Okay.
Right? And I don't ever want to hear that tune again.
Can we hear it?
I don't ever want to hear that tune again.
Alright, you got to give us a little bit now. What you say?
Let me be deep with you,
Yeah.
I haven't even got it for that purpose. But you know, like, I swear one of the baby mothers have got it. Yeah. The man who recorded it, one of my brethrens, the rock star. Yeah. He first put me onto studios and all that. You get me? He's got the track. A couple of my youths have got it on CD somewhere. But the American accent was mad.
Yeah, no,
You get me? Because we
true.
didn't have a voice, didn't it?
No,
we
yeah.
had a voice,
Ours is
but
so
we didn't
plain.
have-
Everyone else's
You get
accent's
me? It
mad.
was
Ours is
mad.
so dry
But
and
that's
dead.
all we was following. We was listening to, innit? You get me? So then when man started listening to the UK thing, I'm like, yeah, see? That's how it's supposed to be. So it's taken man a while to kind of get to where I am now lyrically. Do you know what I'm saying?
So, like, if you could work with anyone, we're talking about UK artists because we like to talk about our own. If there was anybody from the UK that you think that if you've done a song with right now, like, you'd be like, yeah, this is it. Like, who do you think you could make a good tune with? Or who would you like to work with?
Listen, that's a hell of a question for me because I've asked that question before, and I don't have any favourites.
Okay.
You get me? Because a lot of them, like, they're all different, innit? Yeah. So like Abs, no problem. Yeah. Hard. Fredo, obviously he's from Ends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fredo, you need to come on the show. We need you on
you
here.
get me, Fred?
Don't
Like
worry,
from
you can get
Ends,
it, man.
like them man there. You get me?
You
Man,
were
like
going to 07 now, you're after.
You gotta remember, man like Big Zoo. You get me? Big Zoo from Ends as well. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of artists out there, man like Nines.
I
You
like
get me?
Nines, yeah.
And even some of the artists I know artists that are out there that are actually sicker than some of the artists that are in the limelight
That are
right
signed.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
now. And no one's
They've
got
gone
messing with them.
unnoticed,
Yeah.
man.
I
For
will
real.
mess with them.
Do you
know
know
what
a
I'm
guy?
saying?
I really like this. So I keep talking about him to be. Like, we need to get him on the show. Everyone I know. I'm like, does anyone know? No, Joe James.
Joe James. never
Yeah,
heard of him.
listen, you don't need to do it. He's a rapper as well, like, kind of thing, and he does music like that, but he is so good.
I'm gonna Google him. Joe
Yeah,
James,
Google him if
Yeah,
you
I'll have
haven't
to check
heard
him
of him. Joe James, I'm a huge fan of his.
Good music. What is it? Rap, drill,
Yeah, it's rap. It's not drill. It's rap. It's like
mellow rap, like not too.
yeah, and it's not like profanity. There's not much. I haven't heard any profanity. He might have songs with profanity in it, but I think he's a really good artist. So everyone I see him like, do you know Joe James? Joe James, if you're listening, we want you on the show. Come on the show, yeah. Come
I'm
on.
gonna reach-
or
Shols
if
is gonna
someone that
reach out.
knows Joe James, reach out to him and say that Shols And Vee want you on the show. So yeah, cool.
Okay, so have you performed any of your tracks live? Have you like at any events or anything?
Yeah, I performed a couple of tracks. I've done a performance in Southend.
Okay.
I performed in Swindon at Tree Nightclub. I've done a couple of performances, but like I said, what happened was, as soon as Spray said to me, yeah, come to RTM and that, I got my diagnosis.
Okay, so
Right.
things slow down naturally.
It was mad because I'm looking at it like, raw, like how much things can happen for man.
Yeah.
You get me? Because I'm like, raw, okay, cool. Like, man's asked me to come and do this music thing now. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm more than ready. You get me? And then man get told like, yeah, you're ill. And then I'm starting to get ill now. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a bit crazy still. But yeah, man, done a couple of performances. But like I said, the diagnosis, the illness kind of stopped me in my tracks.
Have you ever heard any of your music like on the radio or anyone
Yeah.
playing it? And how do you react when you hear that? Is it a good feeling?
It's a good feeling.
Yeah?
It is a good feeling, isn't it? Because it's something that a lot of people who do music kind of want to get to, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hearing it's an achievement.
Yeah, definitely.
Hearing your music on radio is a hell of an achievement for a musician. You know?
So your kids must be proud of you to see, you know, like of everything that you're going through with health wise, you know, it's not just your kids, your family, and you're very bubbly, you're very, you know, you don't seem to let much put you down.
You know what, yeah? The kids in the music, they try to show their friends at school, innit? Oh yeah, dad, we was in music today. And I told them my dad's a rapper. I was like, okay. They didn't believe me. I was like, okay, don't worry about that though, innit? It's
Yeah.
minor. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I Googled you, innit? I was like, what? What, you Googled me to show them in school? He's like, yeah, they believe me now. You get me? They all said you're sick. You know what I'm saying? So, it's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's nice.
It's just some of the lyrics. But
You gotta do your clean version.
yeah. It's just some of the lyrics. But you know what it is? My stories, my music, a lot of it is stories. You get me? I'm more time a storyteller in that as well. I do a lot of freestyles, but a lot of my lyrics are like things that I've been through or have happened, and you get me? Like it's stories,
Things that you can relate to.
Yeah, I'm still rapping about old stuff. You get me? That's why I seen a comment. Someone said that's teenager stuff. Yeah.
Oh no! That wasn't about that. That was about the Vybz Kartel.
I thought you were saying about the music that I like.
Sorry about that, DJ.
Either way, what I'm trying to say is, I'm still rapping about. You get me? Because no one's heard my music, innit? So all my songs that I've got, songs that haven't even released yet, they're old to me. I'm saying that to my mum, they're old. She's like, yeah, but Leroy, you're forgetting. No one else ain't heard them.
Yeah.
So they're always gonna be new to everyone else.
Yeah, definitely.
See where I'm coming from? So I'm still rapping about old stuff. So people are like, bro, how old is this guy though? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's mad. You get me? I've got bare stories to tell. So, you know.
Yeah. What good piece of advice would you give to someone who wants to do music? Like, you know, thinking of your experiences that you had, things that you've gone through, things that you've had to do to reach where you are. What advice would you give someone trying to get into music or doing music right now?
Someone trying to get into music, you know what, whatever it is you're trying to do, like, just follow your dream in it. Yeah, just do what you want to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't let no one tell you you can't do it.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah.
Stick what's
and don't think you can't do it. Yeah. If you have problems with something, put it down, come back to it. You get me? But follow it, man. Like, follow it through. Otherwise, you'll never get there. You get it?
And you told us about your first song, and I know you didn't want to go into that, but so we're not going to ask about the first song that you did. But okay, when did it start getting to the point where you thought, okay, this is good, I'm going to start sharing it with people?
I've been sharing music for a long time, right? I've been sharing music for about 15 years or so. Okay. Yeah. But it was just falling on deaf ears, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like all of a sudden, I think my music's getting more noticed with the UK getting noticed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's more room. There's a lot more room for us now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then I made that tune you played first. Stressful Days.
Stressful Days, right? Yeah.
That one there, everyone down to Mumsy.
Yeah,
Mumsy. And when I was playing the tune back, you know, I had a feeling about that tune. Like, I felt like, yeah, do you know what? It's a tune. It's a proper tune.
Yeah. Like, a banger.
Man's all in the studio, like, raw. You get me? It's mad. I won't even get deep and tell you what was going on. Like, I'm talking eye water.
And I think the songs are deeper when you're coming from experiences that you've had. The song's so much deeper because you're feeling what you're saying.
And that's what it is. You get me? But when I've heard it, like, when you record your voice and you just hear the first flat recording, it's like, yeah, that sounds hard still, but it's not right. Like, it's
something's
but you know, you got to build the tune, innit?
Yeah,
you get me? When you built it, put in the ad-libs, doubled it up, volumes have been done, and you're like, bro, this sounds professional. You get me? But
it's my music. Like, you can't believe it. You created that.
You got to think. I got to go back to the what you said to me about my inspiration for the music and whatnot. Yeah, and there was Mumsy as well, because although Mum's Dominican, like Mum's here in the UK. Yeah. In the morning before school, Ganesha, Capital Radio, Capital Gold.
Yeah, you know.
You get me? Man's hearing all the. You understand? Cuban Lee.
She was a blatant radio woman. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And loud.
So I've got a genuine love for all kind of music, blood.
Yeah.
You get me?
You grow with it.
To classical. You get me? If I hear, I'm always rapping madness to the kids, making my own versions.
Yeah.
You're a madman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that. Now my son raps. You get me? Kai, big up
and
Kai.
Cuts hair.
You
and
get
drives.
me? He cuts hair. He drives. He's at.
And the next
college.
time you come, you'll be flying a plane. You understand?
You understand? Yeah, they're all doing madness.
Big up to Kai.
Yeah, the kids are doing well. Amro's doing taekwondo. Ezra's doing football.
And like your neck.
You get me? So yeah.
Right, so how do you prepare to make a new song? Like, where did you get your inspiration from? Where did you get your ideas from? Do you see something and then does it give you an idea? Or do you just sit down, take a whole day out, box yourself in a room?
I find a beat first.
Okay.
I find a beat first. I'm a man, yeah. I go to someone's beat page. I will go through every one of their beats.
To find
the
one for you.
See when it comes to beats, yeah? I'm hungry for beats, blood. You send me beats, blood. If they're good, I'm going to use them. Guaranteed. You get me? I will literally go through a man's whole beat page and find the beats that I want, and I will take those beats and I'll sit in bed next to my wife with my headphones on, or I'll go in my studio on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'll start writing. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes if I want a feature or something, I'll think, who can I hear on this? And I'll approach that person. You get me?
So sorry to cut you. Out of all the songs that you've ever written, which one is your favourite song? What one do you think that, this one is definitely my favourite?
I don't have a favourite.
You must have one.
You know what's
like
funny?
a little bit.
I like so many of my tunes.
Come on, man. Listen.
And you know what's funny? I'll tell you what's funny. Yeah, the ones I like. Yeah. Are never the ones that everyone else likes.
Yeah. Everyone's taste is slightly different.
You get me? Like they all have different. Because everyone has different tastes. So some people say, "No, not that one. This one."
And different days, different vibes. One day you want to hear ragga. One day you want to hear soca. R&B, garage.
People try to ask me which one of my kids is my favourite. I'm like,
oh no, that's it. That's
when you've got 35, I think that's just really cheeky of them.
I just don't do 35. I don't even have a favourite food.
You didn't catch that one. She's throwing major shade at you right
What did you just say?
I said, when you talking about your 35 kids.
No, listen.
He hasn't really.
I already heard what you lot said. I already heard about what you lot said in that about Caribbean men being unfaithful.
What do you want to say?
Yeah, I'm not unfaithful.
You're not unfaithful?
Not today.
Okay.
Not today.
And you see, that's a very clever way. Not right now, currently, as in this second.
What's that?
That you're not cheating.
No, not this week, not this month, not this year.
So technically, when a man tells you he's not cheating, he's talking about this currently. Right, this month, I'm not cheating.
You've got to be this Caribbean, Janan.
All of them furthermore. Can't throw us all in the same box.
You Caribbean, Africa, white, Asia, you're all the same. You're the same.
From your man, some of you got too much going on. We're not too stylish for me, isn't it?
It's a grow-up thing, though, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah. Listen, I know men in their 50s and 60s that still do it.
No, I'd agree with you. There's some men that will never grow up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You get what I'm saying?
And then you've got the men that when they get married, I believe they do try hard.
But it's them man there. You got to ask them, like, what's going on for them? Like,
yeah.
You're a big man. You've got youths and all that. I get it. When we were young, there was, you get me, like, you think at 15, 16, girls want to settle down, blood. They're happy. But my thing on that is, you want to settle down now, but in 10 years, you might have had enough. And now I've got to start my life all over again because do you know what I'm saying?
So it's just travel or something.
It's just like that. But for boys, they just kind of, do you know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, grow up thing. We've all got to grow up at some point. I'm married now. You get me? Like, you have
big up to the wifey.
Yeah, big up wifey.
Big up the
She's
wife.
been through bear with me, blood.
Is she watching today?
Bear, like, I'm not sure, but she's gonna hear it at some point.
Anyway, big up to the wifey anyway.
Big up wifey, you get me? Yeah, big up.
Hey family.
You get me? Big up everyone, man.
Okay.
Are you planning to make an EP or album anytime soon?
I'm slightly working on an album.
Okay. Do you have any ideas?
I have a lot of features.
Okay.
The nice thing is, say 5 years ago, I wanted to do an album, and I would have reached out to some of these artists, and I know they would have been like, "Who's this guy?" You get me? Man can't do no features with him. He's no one. Like, you get me? Maybe not everyone would have been like that.
Yeah.
But right now, I've hit up a couple, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna give no, because it's gonna be my first album. I'm hoping there'll be more, because I'm not planning on stopping.
Yeah.
But with regards to health and all that, I don't know. So, first album, you get me? There's quite a few man who have said, I hit them up, and they said, yeah, straight away. A couple men said to me, your family, big up Mike GLC.
Yeah,
big up Mike GLC. He said, your family, RTM. You get me? Do what you're doing, leave it with my man. Our pattern. Dimples. Big Dimps. Big up Dimples. You get me? And these are men that I grew listening to.
Right,
so this is why, you get me? I'm like, do you know what? These are the man. I've worked hard to get to where I am. I feel like I can sit down on the track with them.
Yeah. Imagine that, from looking at them to now actually having the opportunity to sit on a track.
You get me? So I'll give you them,
great
man.
achievement. Well done, man.
But there's quite a few more.
So any idea when the album will be ready, when people can start to hear it, or you're not just yet?
The album's not gonna be till, I don't reckon it's gonna be till like early next year.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a lot coming up, and I can't, you know what it is? See, like even this podcast now, I'm here doing this, but until I get a transplant, I can't do another one.
Right.
I can't go nowhere around no one. I can't be, like I said, I can't be more than an hour away from home.
Of course,
You get me? So I thought while I'm in good spirit and I'm good health at the minute, I can come and do this. You get me?
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
exactly, of
thank you
course.
for having me here, man. Do you know what I mean? Big you lot all up.
The struggle is real, man.
Yeah, trust me, bro. Trust me. But yeah, so I'm gonna get all this out the way. I've got an operation next Friday.
Wow.
To have this in my chest removed. You get me, and put a new one in. I've got
Okay,
this,
right.
These tubes here.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's how I do my dialysis.
Right, you hook it up to this.
Yeah, it's called
You know, this is
Casio.
really like informative for me because I know about dialysis, innit? I've heard of it, but I didn't know the procedure,
You know what's funny?
how they do it.
When they first put this in my chest, yeah,
It
I
looks
looked down at
scary.
it, and it's got a red and a blue, right?
Right.
Left and a right. I associated that with like phono wires, innit?
Yeah,
Plugging
yeah.
that into a set, into an amp. I said, look at that. Man,
You
know
get
what I'm
beeline.
saying? I said, look at that, man. That man's like a piece of equipment now. You get me? Plugging man to a machine, cleaning up man's blood, and then I'm going home all fresh. Like I weren't like that when I came in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know
So
what
that
I'm
just
saying?
stays there
So
constantly, obviously.
That's there constantly. Yeah, they plug you through the machine through that, clean your blood, take the fluid, 4 hours, boom it out. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're gonna you're only supposed to have it for 12 months. I've had mine 3 years.
Oh wow.
The thing is, they like to remove it for 12 months for a number of reasons. One of them being you could get a lot of infections. This
Yeah.
tube goes in through my neck,
Yeah.
and the other it goes into one inside my body. It goes into my heart.
Oh, wow.
At the minute, the other day, they rang me. We found a blood clot inside your heart. Yeah, so they kept me in hospital for like 5-6 days, whatever. They released me taking warfarin, blood thinners. They want
Yeah.
to thin it up. Then they've just told me the other day it's not a clot.
What was it then?
They told
Because-
me that this tube is too far into my heart and it's pressing on a valve. You get me? So now they've got to remove it. The only issue is where it's been in there for 3 years,
Ah, mate.
skin and whatever would have
Yeah,
grown around it.
around me.
Yeah.
They're telling me they've booked it for day surgery. So I'm like, well, all right, day surgery, cool. Is it that simple though? They're good at what they do. I'm not gonna lie. I went and had an operation on my arm. The whole arm was open like this.
Ooh.
Yeah. And they gave me the what do you call it? To make the arm numb. What's the name again?
That
I
cream
can't
gel. I
remember.
can't remember. I know
No, the cream.
You
You know the thing, the injection they give you.
Not the morphine.
As it numbs out your arm.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
Oh,
I
whatever
know
it
which
is.
one, but I
You
can't
lot,
remember.
everyone listening, you lot, you know
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah,
You-
yeah.
They open the arm. I'm there chatting to them.
Anesthetic.
Anesthetic.
Yeah.
I'm there chatting to them, looking inside the arm. Oh yeah, right, like you get me. They're doing madness. They've done it here, fistula. That's a different way for you to do dialysis now.
Right, yeah.
Once they get a working fistula, they can remove this forever.
Oh
You
god.
get me?
Right.
And then you would then have 2 needles that will plug into the fistula, and it gives you faster dialysis.
Oh,
Right.
perfect.
So
yeah.
for,
Modern
so
day
for 4
technology,
hours
yeah?
right now,
Will be 2 maybe.
so for 4 hours, say my blood goes through the machine like 80, 90 times.
Yeah.
Yeah? But in 4 hours with a fistula, it will be, God knows, maybe 10 times that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'll get a hell of a good clean, blood clean and that.
Always advancing. That's the good thing
Yeah,
with medicine
yeah,
as well.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
always
So they know what they're
advancing.
doing. Do you know what I'm saying? More time they know what they're doing.
So if you weren't doing music, what do you think you'd be doing? A life of crime, graffiti, cooking foods, football trainer.
Do you know what? I don't know, but I don't think it would be good. And that's the God's honest truth, because that's where man was at, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's where
find
man was
a
at.
way.
But that's when, I think that's them years when you're kind of, you know what you're doing, because you're old enough to know what you're doing, innit?
Yeah.
But you're kind of lost because you don't know where you want to go. You get me? You know you like this, you know you like that, but you haven't found something that you kind of can put your hand to and say, yeah, you know what? This is me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, but I've been, like I said, music for a long time. I think even my dad knew. You
That
get
you
me?
was gonna
Because
do
my
this,
dad
yeah.
started taking me to raves. When he saw the ragga I was doing,
Yeah.
Dad let me perform on stage one day with Sweetie Irie
Okay.
and Lloyd Brown. Yeah, and I didn't even know that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I was just in the rave, and my dad was like, "Yeah, I know," you know what I mean? Got there, and I done it. And even now, I was like, and then I was raving with the big boys after that. You know what I'm saying? Going to the raves and that with Dad. So, yeah, I kind of think it was always gonna be music, but I didn't kind of, because I've been a barber. You get me? I've had a few jobs in that. My most long stint at work was John Lewis. I moved around at John Lewis for a while.
Okay, yeah,
Do
you
you know what
remember
I
you
mean?
said
'Cause that was
that
like
earlier,
my
yeah.
first proper job from school.
Okay, yeah.
You get me?
John, good old John Lewis.
Yeah.
So our final question: what legacy or message do you want to leave behind? Now, what do you hope your music does for people?
Do you know what, yeah? I hope that people hear my music, check me out, and then see Rob. my man's going through this with the kidney thing.
Yeah.
He's going through this with the vitiligo.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the vitiligo was hard. Yeah, 15 years old, growing up through teenage life. Yeah, turning white blood. Like, that was mad. You get me? People looking at me, oh, raw, like, why is my man's lips like that?
Yeah.
You get me? Why is this? I literally had to embrace it.
Yeah, of course.
You get me? I'm to the point now where if you're gonna say something about me being black and white, literally, it better be new and it better be good so that I can laugh too.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because let's be real, I don't even feel special with it no more because there's so many of us now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're still part of the 1%. You understand? Like, man's part of that. You get me? There's people out there now, models. You get me? I see a couple other people about who I don't personally know who have got vitiligo and that. People connect with me through my Instagram. Winnie Harlow.
I'm not surprised you remember her name, Kai. You remember that one good.
He would remember that.
Yeah.
He would remember that. But like, no, but there's white people have vitiligo as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kyle's granny's got it. And to be honest with you, I was thinking if a white person had it, you wouldn't really see it, but it just goes lighter than their skin colour.
No, that's why you do it, because I saw somebody the other day, man was saying something about black people, how nobody's actually black. You get me? And he had a white man there, and he had a couple brown olive. And you know what? The white man had olive skin because when vitiligo takes your colour, and white people takes your colour, it looks like this. Do you see what I'm saying? So they've got colour to take. So they do have some form of. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in that sense, nobody's black, nobody's white.
No one is black because we're not the colour of your vest, and white people are not the colour of milk.
Paper.
You understand?
Do you understand? It's not that.
So we're brown.
So,
but in primary school, I'm saying that you're laughing.
The white man I saw was a taxi man in Swindon.
Yeah.
You had a hackney carriage, which was unusual in Swindon, but he had a hackney carriage, the black taxi. And they got their badge thing in the back of the taxi so you couldn't see who they are. Get me? He's a white man now. His name was Leroy. You get me? And he had vitiligo. So it was just mad. You get me?
Yeah, same name, same disease.
Big up Leroy.
Yeah.
Taxi driver out there.
Yeah, it's a mad thing. So big up Leroy, the taxi man. You get me?
Okay. Would you like to share your social media details online for our viewers in case they want to, start following you and stuff like that?
Yep.
Facebook, Leroy, the Unsigned Artist, Coppin.
Right.
Yeah. X, formerly known as Twitter, it's at Unsigned A LDN.
Okay.
At Unsigned A _LDN. Okay. And then where you find me most is more on the Instagram. Yeah, that's the _unsigned _artist.
Okay.
You get me? Oh, and RTM Records at RTM Records 187.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so you know how to check him out online. Also, we'll share his details on our page. If you don't follow us already, follow us on Sipping Tea with Shols And Vee on Instagram. Where else do we be? Because I get
TikTok, YouTube, Kai, Twitter. That's how we are lucky in the thing, Even though not enough of you are subscribing, so let's go again. You need to look into the socials. As Shols was saying, the YouTube, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the Instagram. Want to try lock in now?
Lock in, man.
And we've got a new one called
Bigo
Live. Never heard of that one, but yeah. So try lock in, people, and subscribe. And next week we've got another banging show for you. You have to lock in to see.
I'm not going to be here with you.
I know.
It's going to be my birthday, so I'm going to be raving it out from day all the way till night to the next day. And
are we going to miss her? Let's think about it.
You are going to miss me. She's going to be phoning me before the show's Shows, V.
How could you do this to me?
I'm nervous. I'll be like, let's go. When she get on there, she's fine. I don't know what her problem is. But yes,
thanks
guys.
again, the Unsigned Artist. Thanks a lot for coming
down.
Thank
you for coming in
and taking
show.
the time and letting us interview you. And again, we'll have you down at a later time as well.
Wicked.
But sometimes get me gone past so we can get a little
maybe
update.
After the transplant, that one.
Perfect. That would be absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Of course. We can talk about how that went for you.
Gonna come
so yeah, my people, we're going to see you next week. Thanks again for locking in.
And
over.
Yeah. Peace
and
out.
Hey, this is Say, and you are